Okay. Hello, it is XO Ashley Pink, otherwise known as Ashley, and I'm going to be setting up my July 2024 bullet journal, and I'm setting this up on June 28th, so it's actually not right before July. I'm really proud of myself for that. So, give me a second. Sorry, I needed to blow my nose. So I'm going to be using this stained glass kit from Planning with K. Surprise, surprise, I'm using a Planning with K kit. This is just gorgeous. There's not as many Monday to Sundays as I thought. 1, 2, and I suppose with this, 3, 4. Sometimes there's like 2 sheets worth of that, but that's whatever. This is a really beautiful kit. I feel like I can get a lot out of it. And then I have the big calendar that I use, different monthly spreader headers. I have these, which is notes, to-dos, goals, because I use notes and goals every week. And then I also pulled this, which is notes and goals, because I feel like these would go well with it, but I need like 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks worth, and that's only 3 weeks. Then I also have task lists, because I use that every week. I have my headers. And then I'll show you the markers that I pulled. So, I thought that these, what I do is I pull markers as I look at the kits. So, I thought that these Tombos would go well because there's a lot of pinks, and I really like the pinks, and I noticed I use a lot of pastels, so I pulled a more pastel-y pink with my pastel blue and purple, and I like this green. I actually have the exact same shade of green as that, but again, I didn't really want to use it. This blue, I always like to have like a black or darker color, so I thought this black would go well. And then when it comes to the little notes and stuff that I might use, I have this Crayola brush dual tip. So there's the dark green, which is called pine green on this side, and then this is another, it's a brush tip. This is a fine point tip and kiwi. I'll probably use the fine point. I realized that wasn't in frame. So this is the brush tip. This is Crayola. They're actually pretty good. I have an entire one of these. And then this is like a lime green Bic Intensity medium, and these will probably be pulled and kept over in my, I have a little box here. It's like a paper bin, but I use it for like random shit. But I keep my pens there. And then I'm using this Scribbles That Matter Fine Liner 04 that came with this. I've been using this as my go-to pen. So I have that. This is the first monthly that I am doing in this thing. I should also say, in case you see me drinking them, I have my water in my Starbucks cup and my Timmy's in the cup the Timmy's comes in. So yeah, I'll see you in the fast forward. I should also say that like I have an idea of what I want in this thing. Like I know that I'm going to be doing like my dashboard and like my monthly dashboard page that I usually do with like the calendar and the notes, and I have like a quote page here, and then the next few pages are going to be my more functional spreads, and then I'll have a little finance page and the weeklies that I've been doing. Like I have an idea of that, but I never go into it with sketching. In case you didn't know, I find it hard to sketch stuff out and then erase it afterwards. I don't like the way the pencils look, and I don't see the point, and I have a hand trimmer anyway, so I kind of go in and just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And for once, I'm not pulling washi, but watch, this will be the one time I want washi. So yeah, I'm not pulling washi. What I do is I pull up stuff on YouTube to watch. Usually it's a bullet journal thing, but I actually, for the most part, have my bullet journal and planner setups done, like watch, that ones I want to watch So I really only have like ASMR videos. So I don't know what I'm going to be watching. So then I also have to look up what quote I'm going to use, because again, I don't look stuff up in advance. Whatever you see me do, this is just how I do. I don't set stuff up. I don't really look too much stuff up in advance. So I'll see you in the fast forward. So, of course, I started looking up my inspirational quote like I said I would. The one I found was by Audrey Hepburn, and it is, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." I really like this July spread, I have to say. The layout of the stickers is really pastel. It has the purples and the pinks, and I really like how this turned out. I like the stickers and the decorations. This is my standard dashboard. So I have my quote on one side, and the other side I have my little mini calendar with the work section and the notes section. And then at the top I have my task list. So I have my routine tasks that happen every month, my tasks that come up throughout the month, and then my events. I really like to pick a pastel that goes along with this. And then I number my stuff and I put it out. The page after that is my more functional spread. I have my habits. I decided to put my habits long ways again. I think I did this either last month or the month before. And the habits I did are my bullet journal, planner, goals, laundry. I added workout this time, and then of course period and water intake. I have the mood tracker that I usually do, which is the circles to use my dot markers, and I track whether I am happy, content, anxious, sad, or mad. And I like it this way because I can put more than one dot in and it can track my anxiety a little more. This time around, like I said, I'm exploring with space. So under the mood tracker, I put entertainment notes so I can put games that I've been playing, and where I'm tracking fan fictions. I put a spot to write what fanfics I'm really liking this month. I'm thinking I'm going to add them towards the end because I am filming this voiceover on the 17th and I did not fill that part out yet. And then at the bottom I don't know if you can see this because again I have to crop my videos a little bit, but I put workout notes. So I have a section to write what dates I've done yoga, what dates I did a HIIT workout, what dates I went to the gym, and then cardio, because sometimes I work out at home, sometimes I do my cleaning tasks really intense to count as a workout. And then the second page, I have a spot for my gratitude log where I kind of do, sometimes I do sentences, sometimes I do bullet notes. I have an August to-do list, so a little mini note for August. And then this time around, I wrote a writing tracker because I am getting back into writing fan fiction a little bit more. So I'm kind of writing notes about that, and then a word tally. I've kind of changed it. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, so I left a big brain dump section, which I also really like how this looks. But in the end, I ended up writing numbers 1 through 27, and then I'm going to put the rest of the notes in the brain dump section for that. And then this page is a line a day, so I have a full space. And remember, I'm in a B5 to write like a full sentence on notes of what I did throughout the day. And I've been using this and I find it really, really useful for back planning in my planner because I have listed notes of what I did each day and I love it. What you see now is I'm setting up my finance tracker. It's the same as I always have. At the top, you see 3 sections. It's for income, payments, and goals. And then I have a bills section, my log, and then my monthly budget reflection, which I actually have questions pre-written in a section in my bullet journal called with numbered 1 to 5. And then I get into my weeklies. So my weeklies are the same. I have 8 boxes across the 2 pages. I go Sunday to Saturday with a notes section. I have my habits, which I have tracking whether I do my Finch app, using my planner, doing my iPad reflection stuff. Whether I did, right now I'm tracking whether I did my tally, which is my fanfiction word tracker. I explain that more at the end. And then if I did my tidy, I have the space to write my weekly task lists. But I decided this time around, where my goal section is, what I'm doing now is I'm using my MakseLife dot markers
to color code a space to just write like a couple sentences or rate it. The first week, I'm looking at my first week as an example as I'm doing the voiceover, and I rated each category at a 10. And this is what I do anyway. I just haven't been pre-adding it, and there's some weeks where I don't reflect on how I'm doing my goals because of it. Like I reflect in my head, but not like on paper. So I wanted to utilize this space. And this is just standard weeks. That's what I do. And if you notice, I went until the 27th of July because the 28th of July, because I go Sunday to Saturday, remember, in the middle of that week is the 1st of August. So the last week of July and the first week of August would be July 28th to August 3rd. So that week is going to be in my August setup. And then I have at the very end, as it hasn't shown yet in the video, but I have a collage of all the extra stickers that I used, and then a space to write my July reflection. So that's that. I really, really like this setup, and I will see you at the end when I do my explaining.
Okay, so this is, apparently I left a Tombow out. So this is my July. I know that I always do a voiceover explaining what's going on as I do it anyway. But I filmed that last. So this is me going through. I didn't fill in my to-do lists for this journal yet because this is my July. I'm starting it in July and it's not July yet. So what I'll do is I'll go through, and if this is the first bullet journal video of mine that you're watching, this is my like task list, and I noticed that I was doing this anyway. So this is where I put like different events, birthdays, holidays. This is just monthly tasks that come up, and then this is different routine tasks that I know I'm gonna have to do every single month. So it's just whatever. And then I have my little work and random monthly notes. I really loved this quote, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." Audrey Hepburn. So then this is my functional stuff. If you notice, it's a bit different. I have my habit tracker, my mood tracker that I always do. I did do same workout stuff, but I have yoga, HIIT workout, gym, and cardio. And what I do is I write down the dates that I do the workout to track it rather than other stuff. If you notice, I have this section because I've never used my meal tracker that I was using, so I decided to do this. I want to track more my reading and gaming a little bit better, so I'm going to write down different games that I love playing, and then my top fanfics, because I read a lot, and a fanfic I always have, but I never counted it. And what I'm doing is in my reading tracker, which is, I have a tab for it. Here is I'm writing the tally of how many words I read a month, because fan fiction isn't by fanfic. It's by like word count. That's usually how people, at least that's how I've always tracked how large or how small a fanfic is. Not by chapter, and then novel sizes are more specific, but it's always word count. So I want to see, and I want to track roughly how many words I'm reading. I mean, there's a section for that I'm tracking that. So I have that. I want to write the top fanfics if there's like a specific one. I also got it back into fanfic writing. So if you notice over here, this is the section that's always like, this is more like my tracker quick do section. And then this is my writing out section, gratitude log, August to do. So a space that if I notice, no, I'm going to do something for August, write it here. Word tally section. I don't know how much or how little. My plan is honestly to use my sticky notes. I have a bunch of sticky notes here. And if, you know, like write down, do some quick math, and then once a week, write it in. Who knows? Writing tracker so I can write down when I'm writing and how long I'm writing fanfic. And then a big brain dump section because I wasn't sure if I wanted a space to plan out more fanfic, if I wanted needed more space for word tally. I'm not one. I'm kind of more of the old school fanfic thing. So if you don't know what fanfic is, it is kind of what it sounds on the tin. It is fiction based on fandoms, which is people who are fans of different TV shows, author, media type thing. There is a huge community of people who read and write fan fiction. I've been involved in it since 2005. And because people who aren't in the community always found it weird, there is a very big stigma of online and a lot of older fans of acknowledging in real life that you're into fanfic, talking about it, to the point where it never occurred to me to track it in my bullet journal because I know that I filmed these, and why would I put that online? But yeah, I'm very much into it. I'm writing now, again, for the first time since 2012. Anyway, but after COVID, it became way more mainstream. And more people are acknowledging it. So I don't read books. Like I have books, I want to read physical books, but I read a lot of fanfic. My estimate, so in the summer months, I tend to read a little bit more, but that's always because I worked in education. But I estimate that I probably read between 2 to 4 million words a month. Because most of the fanfics I read now are like between 12 to 50,000 words, and I read 2 to 3 of those a day. So, like when I tell you, sorry, my memory card died. But yeah, when I tell you the fandom is big and there's fandom spaces are big and there's a lot of fanfic out there, I mean it. So I wasn't sure how much space I would need for anything, but I really want to start tracking how much I'm reading. And I don't read physical books, I read online books, and it's fanfic, and that counts. Like that counts towards books. So I want to track it because it's my bullet journal. In case all y'all don't realize this, this is literally just a creative space to do whatever the fuck. So if I want to do it, I'll do it. So then I decided to do a line a day. I used to do this ages ago, and not even in this bullet journal, I think in like 2020, 2021. And I really struggled because it felt like I was repeating a lot because I didn't really do that much to-do lists. So my weekly pages were just a summary of what I did during the day. So I didn't feel like writing a summary of what I did during the day here. So that's kind of what it's for, because I'm noticing I'm really trying to get back into my weekly planner, my weekly memory spread, and I love doing it. But like I do so much during a day now because my work is a little bit more on-call based, so I have more time during the day, and I'm struggling to remember because, you know, gotta love that chronic illness, spoony brain fog. So this is kind of doing that. And then on top of that, I don't really have to worry about just like a little page, because it's throughout 2 pages and it's a really big space, like lots of space. Like here, this is I have everything set up because I'm going to do my July monthly next. And this is about the size of the page. This is about the size of a page that I used to do, and it was only one of these, right? So compared to how big this page is, and there's 2 of them, I think I'll have a lot of things. It's going to be weird because I'm used to writing like little spaces and down, but yeah. And then my finance tracker, same as it's always been. I put a section like that, like so I have a space, because I noticed that I'm not really writing out big spaces for my monthly reflections. One thing I just noticed though, so if you only watch my bullet journal videos, I didn't put it up yet, but in a recent haul, I got a Sailor Moon weekly kit for my sticker planner, because I went to Sugar Pop Fizz, and they have a lot. She has Sailor Moon stuff sometimes. And I just noticed that this kind of looks like Sailor Moon themed right here. I have Sailor Moon on the brain. I think that means I should rewatch it. So then what I did is I did my usual weekly planner. I included in my weekly habits that I check in with every single day. Not saying that I don't check in with these, but you know, using my bullet journal, using my planner, thinking of my goals, doing my laundry, doing a workout, yes or no period, yes, and then I added water to that as well. Like that's all stuff that I'm already kind of tracking and thinking of in other spaces, but I'm gonna make sure that I check in with my bullet journal, my fanfic tally. Again, I freehand this because I've been using this exact weekly layout every single week since the 2nd or 3rd week of January. So I just freehanded it. What I did add is my goal dots. I've always done this as I've checked in with my goals at the end of the week, but I noticed there's a lot of weeks I'm not doing it. So I'm thinking that if I pre-add them, then I'm more likely to do it. I use the MakseLife system. So yellow is personal, which, see, I think it by like the main category, because with the MakseLife system, it has you pick your category and then your main focus for the goal. So my personal, which is my planning goals, fun and recreation, which for me this year is all about gaming, same last year. Work goals definitely have changed, because in January I still thought I was going to work in a daycare center, and now I'm on a different path of running a business. It's a family business, but and it's going to be long term, but still doing bookkeeping and stuff. I am going back to school in the fall. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Relationships, which is just maintaining my personal relationships, which is family and relationships. Health goals, which is mainly just working out and exercise. Spirituality and personal growth, which is really just, it's kind of maintenance, but focusing more on the reflection section, which I really feel I did. Finances, which my financial goals are, I think I'm doing good on it. And then physical environment, which is just maintaining and doing my chores. But I did that. And then if you notice, I stopped July 27th is the last day, because I do Sunday to Saturday. So in August, when I do August, the first week of August is gonna cover that weekly section. So and then this is my monthly collage of the leftover stickers. Reflection section. My reflections never take that long. So realistically, if I really did need to do, if I didn't get to my August, I could do like my 28, 29, 30, 31 down here somewhere, and then put it over. So yeah, that is my July bullet journal. If you like this video, please give it a like, share, thumbs up, and all that hubba blue, and I will see you later. Bye.